deep in the woods near Round Lake, there's a story folks can't seem to forget. They say a man lost in sorrow roams those dark hills, holding a lantern that shines through the trees. Night after night he searches, calling out for his daughter who vanished long ago. People here have seen things, felt things, and those tales have been told for generations. This is the story of the ghost of Buck Hill Road. Buck Hill Road, a place wrapped in mystery. Over the years, whispers of the strange and unexplainable have filled the air. Folks talk about odd lights in the woods, strange sounds echoing through the hills, and shadows that don't belong to anyone. Up there, when night falls, the ordinary gives way to the unknown. Its unsettling quiet is broken only by whispers, stories from those who've faced the unexplainable. A chilling breeze, a sudden flash of light, or the feeling of being watched as if the woods themselves are alive with secrets.
Since 2014, my team and myself have been researching Buck Hill Road. And some of the most incredible encounters that we've ever had as a paranormal team have been there. One of the craziest experiences that I ever had was one of our windshields in one of our vehicles were actually smashed by unseen forces. We heard crashing sounds throughout the bush. We have been scratched. We can tell you though that it is most definitely haunted, and we've never been disappointed when we've been there. So Buck Hill Road was built originally for logging, and it was an access point where the loggers would go up for the winter. They would settle up there and they would pull the trees down. And there is an urban legend that actually goes in two directions, that there was a logger who lost his daughter up there. The daughter had gone out to look for her dog in a rainstorm, and she never came home. And this logger has been said to be looking for her ever since.
Near the haunted trail resides a small quiet town known as Round Lake. Here, many of the locals recall the abnormal encounters they have witnessed while roaming atop the ominous hill during the cold, chilling night.
Friends of mine and I were returning home from seeing a movie in Pembroke when the movie theater was open. It was about, I want to say it was November. It was after Halloween. It was cold. It's a dark night. You know, snow's falling a little bit. It's chilly outside. It's a typical night where you would think this is a good time to go looking for ghosts. So on our way home from Pembroke to Barry's Bay, we did a detour up Buck Hill Road, which is the road we're standing at right now. And we traveled to the top of the hill. There's 3 of us in the car. We turn the car around and someone yells, "Daddy, Daddy, help me, help me." And we wait for a little while. And then suddenly over the treetops, we see this light, and the light starts getting brighter. It's like it's coming towards us. There's no explanation for where this light would have come from over the trees and getting closer towards us. And then the light kind of zigzags a little bit over the tree line. And at this point, my friend says, "We're getting out of here." So down the hill we go. And that was the last time I saw the lights, but there's no explanation for what could have happened aside from perhaps something that has no explanation whatsoever.
Now, I do know a couple stories of people, one of them being my grandfather and one of his friends. So his experience was, if you go down there, there's like a hill, and if you go to the crest of the hill, you can he apparently seen the light on a snowmobile going down the road. He went up there and the light disappeared. He came back down, the light was back there again. Now, his friend, I don't remember his name for the life of me, but he went up there and he was determined he was going to find the ghost one day. So he stayed up all night long, and he swear he seen the ghost go straight through his truck, and he followed him into the forest, and he almost got lost.
As the sunlight falls and darkness descended, the wind begins to blow a chilling tune. Our group prepared with the equipment designed to unravel the mysteries of the paranormal trail.
During an investigation, it's imperative that we use pieces of equipment to make sure that not only we're picking up on evidence, but debunking things that may not be paranormal. Tonight we're going to take some time and we're going to try to see what we can find. We're going to investigate and use different pieces of equipment to see if we can pick anything up and see if this place really is haunted.
It didn't take long before something made itself known to us, letting us feel its presence.
Did you just hear that in the bush? They're throwing stones now. Do you want to do that again? Normally during an investigation, there are spikes in electromagnetic fields. And so we use this millimeter that starts to go off anytime something approaches it. And what it's doing right now is something is breaking the electromagnetic field and it is causing it to interfere, and that's how it lights up. Thank you so much for stepping up into the piece of equipment. Do you think you could step away so that we know that you're here? Thank you. Is there anybody who wants to say hello? You remember me from before. Hello? How are you? Good? That's good. Hello? Can you tell me your name? We've got other pieces of equipment here starting to go off. Richard? Hi, Richard. Yeah. Are you stuck here? Can you tell me the name of this road? How many spirits are with us tonight?
All around the team, we kept hearing strange noises, rustling in the bushes.
That was definitely something. Do you remember how you died? Ooh, I didn't like that. Do you want us to leave? The other equipment is going off. Do you have any warnings for us? Do you know that you're dead? Dead. They know they're dead. Are there evil spirits here that we need to be careful of? Ooh, I didn't like that. That was a break in the energy field? Yes. So we need to be careful because this is when things start to get uneasy. Basically what happens when a spirit or entity wants to show themselves, they use the electromagnetic fields, they draw it in like a battery pack, and they can do partial, full manifestations. We were getting things happening in the cameras, so taking photographs, there were orbs being shown, there were shadow figures being shown, and we also use a piece of equipment called a FLIR system, and it's a heat signature gun. So not only were we getting images in the camera through still photographs, but we were also getting heat signature shots of an image moving across the road that had no heat signature to it. It was black. So we know right then and there that it's nothing living, but it is in fact dead.
On our first night of investigation, we were left speechless by what we saw, heard, and felt. It was enough to bring us back the next day, determined to push further. Our plan? To perform the ritual that so many have spoken about. We parked our cars facing the hill. We honked 3 times. And called out, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, help me,
Help me.
help me, help me." And so we waited. One hour passed, then 2, maybe even 3. Just as we started to question ourselves, it happened. Something so incredible, we couldn't believe our eyes.
Hey, 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 hey. What? Look at that. Holy look at that.
There it was, dancing in the darkness. A distant light, steady and clear enough to see, yet not too bright. It moved, zigzagging between the trees like it had a mind of its own.
It's not a car. It's not. Bro, what?
It was a moment of pure wonder, a miracle unfolding right there in front of our camera.
If anybody is ever deciding to conduct their own investigations, the only piece of advice I could give them is make sure that they know what they're doing before they decide to go. Buck Hill is not to be taken lightly. It is not a place that you can leave necessarily feeling happy. It's something that you can actually be harmed with. For over the last 10 years, my team and I have conducted hundreds of investigations throughout the Ottawa Valley. And I can honestly say that Buck Hill is probably the most memorable of them all. We've never gone up the hill without being disappointed. We receive paranormal activity every single time we go. And I would have to say that it is probably the most haunted location I've ever been to in all of the years that I've been investigating.